Hello and welcome back to the fourth and final part of our wonderful weapon team SOVL run. Almost there. We've now reached what is pretty obviously critical mass in terms of ranged output for the weapon teams. They don't start as strong as genuine artillery, but the advantage they do have over them is scaling. They scale really hard to the point where you get these ridiculous gun lines that nothing can really approach without being eviscerated. And then just a little bit of extra help to keep things off of us. Right, so the Act 3 kind of battles. They're all elites, but the good news is that they're scaled to the exact same difficulty as Act 2 elite. So if you got through the Act 2 boss, there shouldn't be too much challenge kind of fighting through these. At this stage, we can start gaming out how many experience points we need from fights and rests in order to min-max our army and generate enough gold to buy units. So if we did buy something, it would be another weapon team, which we could realistically get with 2 elite battles rather than just all 3. So if we have a look at the army, the Warlock needs 4, the Belt John needs 3, and then 1 to 2. The Slingers could theoretically level twice if I went with 4. And everyone who's already got 1 point away could theoretically level again. So if we have a look, we get 1 from the battles, and then in theory 1 from the rests if I take that rather than healing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the same, by the way, 4 is the max. You can be somewhat trapped by this. We do need to bear in mind is that, yes, so take the long rifles here. They could get their level up once after the first point of XP, and then another 3 points of XP to level again, so going from 3 to 5. Sadly, that final level up will occur here when I take the experience point, and then I won't have enough or any time left over to which to heal the unit. So if we get the only thing we care about, unit size, we won't be able to benefit, so you don't have to try too hard. And then gold should be fine. So I think we'll take the slightly more relaxed approach. We'll go there, heal for XP. We don't really need the healing, we'll be fine, but it's just we don't need to go through 3 battles. It's redundant, and then pop down here. This is good because resting before the boss gets you to full strength, and it's 99 times out of 100 more effective than trying for a random event. You could get incredibly lucky and have a super useful random event, but just healing to your max size is almost always the better option. Grave Thorn. No enemy shooting. Piece of cake. Okay. Which of you can step forward? There you go. They're going to come charging towards us. We don't particularly care. So I split it into 2 different armies. Now that I've got so many shooters here, I can kind of carve it. So these on this side, and then these 2 on this side. Shoot, and then a slinger on that side, a slinger on this side. I have 1 extra long rifle team to put somewhere. I guess I can hide you there. You can just roll up the middle to distract things. Chow, so have a bunch of those to deal with. Some annoying harpies. They have no shooting really, so I'll just pass unless they have a wizard of some kind. Alright, so 1,000 mouths. This one could in theory hit us. It's going to go straight into this, which is a fragile unit. It's rather annoying, but I can't stop it. Unless I use Shroud first, which isn't a terrible idea. Against 1,000 mouths, it's not very effective, as they tend to be quite high number of attacks, so minus a few isn't great, but it's better than taking the damage unnecessarily. And this will come forward. If the chariot hits us, I frankly don't care. I'm going to win anyway. I could try instant killing it. What's the range like? My slingers can't reach, but the long rifles can. The problem is there are so many of these on this side. If I activate first, they'll come catch me, which is terrible. So I should wait somewhere else. The harpies would be a good target, but I can't currently see them. And that's in cover, which is quite annoying. I might as well try. Yeah. Cover being annoying there. Their infantry blocks don't concern me. I'll move this in a second. I'll move the slingers as they're the lowest priority unit I have for damage output. Right, all my weapon teams now. They're going to be annoying as a collective. I can see this immediately being an issue. Roll the ones. Oh, good. There we go. What happened. Yeah, they come forward. 1,000 mouths me. I lose 2 instantly. That's brutal. I was hoping to keep just 1. Might as well shoot back. That is in effect their only ranged output, and we instant kill it in return. Out of pure spite. become all their flying units. Because they've moved, we can now outposition them, which is fantastic. Pop, 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 pop. Halfway through the harpies. Just get out of the way and finish them next turn. Comes the next one. I'm going to wait for that one to move, as then I can escape both. So let's move over here. Roll the ones. 10 hits. I assume there's some harpy left? No, I'm wrong. He only had 8 wounds and they're all dead. They're good. Now they've all moved. I know what I'm dealing with. If I manage to kill this one in front, I might be able to escape. So let's pick that off. Too many 2s, please. That's good enough. There we go. And it dies, and I can see what my movement options are. Sadly, it will catch the slingers, but I can just run away. I may pursue the flamers, which would be more annoying. I like the flamers. And this was happening. We know it's just inevitable. I may as well just make sure it doesn't charge anything more irritating. Fine. Propane's going to have to leave the field. Not the end of the world. Let's go. That'll be all of their fast, annoying stuff dead now. There isn't liable to be too much in the way of further combat, so I'll use this immediately. And it's just a chariot hitting John, so we're not going to take too much damage. Got Greater Fury, so we're already re-rolling, so that doesn't help. Wild Form is probably the... Well, I could cripple it so I don't take any damage at all. Enjoy Power Defense 1. Right. Begin the culling. That would be the most important option. We need this dead. It can't move, so we're pretty much safe. 1 to 1. I'd have to roll double 6 to survive anyway, so very unlikely. Scooch our way into short range. The Ibex Warriors are a perfect candidate to be flamethrowers due to their high defense. The slingers usually bounce off, but we can do more effective damage with flamers. Cease rolling 2s. The only thing I can't re-roll hit with. We may as well do a bit of extra damage here. Actually, if I had a choice, it's easier to hit but then harder to wound. This is harder to hit but then easier to wound. It amounts to about the same thing. In that case, we should go for the units already damaged. Just killing off whole units is more effective than piecemealing your damage out across multiple. 2 wounds from Ricket. Absolute warrior. John would have killed it anyway. We take 1 wound. We healed 1 for free in a second, so who cares? Guess I could charge straight into the Longhorn. It's not amazing as ideas goes. I might take a lot of damage for no real reason. But then there's a campsite after this, so who cares? Let's go in. Bell tolls for the silly goat creature. I have extra power, that's fine. Can't use this turn, so just this one. I do like how it sounds off all the individual guns firing. Let's use the flames first. They may, with a bit of lucky rolling, wipe the unit. No, they missed it by 1. Oh no, there was 6, I can't count. They won't reach us there, so we're basically safe. Yes, good. Slinger the pack. Which is left now at 9. That's easily handled next turn. Could even charge them and just kill them with the curse standard. Start chewing through this. So we have in general more firepower from the long rifles than it feels the flamers. That's probably because the flamers often wind up getting charged because they're further forward and have to run. I'll be back. We really want to reroll 1s on this unit when we get the chance. It's the only thing they're missing. Hand shot. Can we win? I think we're going to have to duel the Gravethorn, which is a tad annoying. 1 hit. 1 wound. 2 hits. No wounds. Ricket is the superior warrior. Hit 4 of them, they lose by a bunch, and they run away. I'm tempted to keep going as we might be able to just crush them this turn. That's an easy win. That's fairly easy as well. Gives us not a whole lot to shoot at, but if I break everything in a turn, it's over anyway. That will hold on fine. All the damage output goes into these. The average would be 8, I believe. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, so 10's pretty good. The unit is mostly gone already. Use a cheeky shot through, not that it makes a difference. Curse standard here to overwhelm and crush those. Who wants a bit of magic assistance? Probably us, as that's easy. So over here, Wild Form or Greater Fury plus 2 power. Power would make Ricket power 6 against defense 4, so slightly worse than their save. That's the same, but this adds attacks, which is probably better overall. The other thing to bear in mind is that this also gives reroll attacks to the bell underneath, which is on balance more valuable than making Ricket slightly more effective. Range them. That's all his friends dead. I still have something to shoot. Oh, it's these. I can't quite find that shot, I'm afraid. Plenty of attacks, a bit of extra power. And we are Putrid Hide, so it's actually kind of hard to do any damage back to us. This is the 1 wound unit. If this one breaks, it's game over. Oh, even with the reroll, he didn't hit at all. Must be tired. He's been doing a lot of damage. Lose by a bunch. Ah, they just held on, dragging the game out an extra round. Fine. I might take some damage now. Well, they are power 3 and I'm defense 6, so I get a 2-up save. You have no chance. Here's your reward. They're running. Bad news, I'm not particularly merciful. Let's do it the other way around. I'm going to use Wild Form. There you go. Skip the rest. It's over this turn. Just need to not take a bunch of damage unnecessarily. We'll heal 5 to 6 for free at the campsite, so as long as we don't roll quintuple 1, we're okay. If we did go on, I suppose I'd charge the slings into the side and use Curse Standard to roll over them. So when we attend the campsite, the instant round of free healing will max out everyone, so we can disregard healing and go gold spam. Slingers level, reroll ones or got reroll ones is a no-brainer. We're at the end of the campaign now, so extra gold as an option is pretty terrible. You're not going to get to use it. And the long rifles do not get the one we were hoping for. That's a shame. Those are all terrible. We didn't even get to mutate. It's a pretty bad bit of RNG there, sadly. I don't need extra gold. Well, I guess I could use it twice before the end. It might let me buy something. It's better than either of those two, so yeah. Just as the best of bad options. Gold spam is perfectly acceptable. We're rich, and then we'll come up here. Heal to full strength, 3 XP. The original weapon teams will all level again. Can they go up to 6? I don't even know. I don't think so. Another mutation? Why not? Again, they're slower, but they're tougher in case they get shot at. That's okay. Long rifles here. Mutate as well. Learn how to tunnel. You think rats would know instinctually how to do that, but apparently they're figuring out late in life. And these, that's the one. Here's the best mutation that for some reason just wouldn't pop up. Grafted wings. So we suffer a discipline negative, which is irrelevant as we're never going to enter combat with these. But we get to fly in a speed 14. So the short-range nature of the flamethrowers is counteracted by the fact that we're now super fast and can get in and out. We're effectively kind of, 5 helicopter gunships flying around, spreading napalm everywhere. No mutations for you, sadly, so we'll just have to take... Again, it's the bad set where we can't really do anything with that, just a bit of extra gold. Perfect. Quickly run through one last delete as a warm-up for the Act 3 final boss. Tourbillon, this will be a slightly annoying one that has a bunch of dwarven flying machines that will fly straight into us, so I'll use my tank units to make sure they don't hit the actual ones that are going to do damage. Put these in front to the best of our ability and hide valuable units behind them. There you go. If they do target something, surely it'll be this, this, or this. Is that the one? This is the one with 2 wounds apiece, so I'll have you on the flank here, as they are tougher. Flying machines, their infantry is of no consequence, and their flame cannons haven't quite figured out how to move, so they're kind of irrelevant as well. Okay, you're halfway through one slinger, well done. With their movement speed, they'll always be able to reach us to use their steam gun. We can't stop it, but it's not the end of the world. Double 6, okay, he gets to survive a turn. I say that as if he's just going to get peppered into submission 2 seconds from now. There you go. They did it as a team, the exact number of wounds. This will fly over and shoot us again, that's fine. Just make sure it doesn't hit the long rifles. Yep, the AI doesn't realise that they should just move them forward here. I might as well pick off the flame cannons. It lets me move around a bit. Also convenient from a morale standpoint. It's in cover and is quite tough, so this might take a little bit. Here we go again. Oh, they're out of range. I thought they'd definitely get there. Okay. Dead. Don't make dwarven flying machines like they used to. Oh, cute. Banner of Mist means they suffer a -1 penalty to each of their randomized dice for 1 to 3 hits. 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1 is 2 minus 2. 0 hits. The steam gun managed to miss somehow. Brilliant work. My slingers did not miss and wiped the unit. I think I'm going to get through this entire run without losing a single model because they failed to take advantage and kill those things when they had the chance. Can I reach this to flame cannon? Not this turn, but next turn. Infantry. This one has explosive charges, so can throw a grenade at us. It is something to be aware of. We're now move 14 and fly, so we can go straight this way and catch their unit. Now, sadly, in order to do that, I do have to enter flame cannon range, which I don't particularly want to do. It's not really worth it. I'd be far more content to just wait a turn, let them come forward, and then roast them later. Maybe if I min-maxed it slightly better, I could squeeze it, but why? We're in no rush. They can slaughter this no problem, so we'll move over this way. Anything I need to really shoot is this. May as well do it now. Make sure I can see it. Yes, and it's in short range. Good. Hits. That's good. And dead. Rest of this is moot. They're wasting turns at the back with their silly cannons. I'm now in short range, so maybe I can start doing damage more consistently. If it didn't roll double 6, it would be dead. Close enough. Okay, I think that would be a good target. Shaman didn't have flamers on this side to kind of split damage apart. So it slowly inch towards us with its annoying explosive charges. I think I can shoot through all of them before they get there to hit me, sadly. Zerkers limp through a turn. Never mind, we'll get them later. Or maybe not. Power 2. Fear the slinger. What's left? Oh, I still have John over here. Well, like, if someone wants to be explosive charged, you'd be a fantastic candidate. That's 1,000 mouths. Isn't better because it's a 2-up save, but I just like the sheer number of attacks. It's fun. I often underestimate 1,000 mouths due to its low power, but I realise this campaign is actually quite an efficient swarm killer. If you encounter something that has relatively low durability, the sheer number of dice you roll a tip tends to make them disappear. Guess I could just put this forward to make sure we don't get hit by anything. Point. Kill the cannon. Yeah, that would have done it in one turn if I fired that volley first. Luck of the draw. I haven't moved yet still, so shoot something else. Angle a shot through there, no problem. Must have deflected it with a pickaxe. Quite impressive. Oh, they come. I'm in grenade range. Take a wound. We don't even need the campsite for that. We'd heal that back automatically. What's left of the miners? We'll try charging us in a second. If there's anything left. May not be a whole lot. Other 1,000 mouths. Can we finish off the last two? No, there's a miner left. Just kind of squeak out of range. In fact, we're already out of range. It can't even reach us. And then flame time. Whoosh, whoosh. And there's another one hiding back there, so we'll just wait on this side. So the first one got halfway there. How much can you do? The same? Yeah, even better. 7. As a team, we wiped it, and that cannon's gone, so we're free to just charge up here and pressure this one. Oh, that move is very nice. Imagine if we have grafted wings on all of the weapon teams. Be flying around. Oh no, they're after us. 10, not bad. Over half the unit gone again. Makes it so easy to get in and out and make sure we have shots, whereas this one misses it because it's so slow. I think I can end it this turn. I can easily kill this one with the slingers, so I should use the long range damage output to hit cannon at the back and maybe strip their morale. That one's dead. Just trying to get it through this turn without having to waste another turn. Okay, full house, and we did it. Fantastic. Take one pot shot of that, see if we get a miracle and end up killing it. No. Kind of hard to do that when you don't hit anything. Just curious if I can shoot this. No, it's not going to let me. Shame. There we go. Excellent. 111 to 333, no damage. You get away with it, Berserker. Well done. I took technically 1 wound, which is 0 because you get it back automatically. And then half of a slinger got injured. The bell gets an extra attack. It actually does get into fight, so it makes sense. And then we're A-OK, so all the cash. 2 fights puts us at 711. I want to come up here as it gets us to the heal for XP. Not really a weapon team. I don't think any of those count, so I don't think I'll take any of them. Problem is, I've got nothing to spend gold on now. It's kind of pointless. I guess I could just buy all of these on the slingers to be funny. I think we can take the boss with what we've got. We don't need to sully the ranks with standard units. So, Plague, that I didn't buy earlier. It's obviously quite thematic with rats, so it makes sense. Potion of Power for get fights and Blood Frenzy, sure. Discipline Banner, Combat Score Banner, Banner of Fury. I think I've fully bannered the slinger units now. It's almost as if they're an elite melee unit. And then XP for everyone again. So, Ricket levels, another greater spell. Level 8 I think is the cap. I don't think I've ever seen level 9. I mean, you could in theory level again, but you'll never get there in terms of XP generation and options available. Fine. Which one have I not leveled then? The ones I purchased. So no big plague. That's a pretty hefty wizard. The Warlock really knows what he's doing. And then down here, the slingers. This is what I'm afraid of. So you get to the final stage here. Like, excellent. Yes, we have another level. You've already taken all of the good stuff intrinsically because you've been doing it throughout the campaign. So at the end, it will be gold, which you can't lose. Discipline, which you don't care about. Replenishment, which you don't care about. Or maybe unit size, which would be nice. But sadly, I can't make use of it. as there's no possible way to heal anything further, so it's pointless. And the slingers, yeah, they get, again, it's worthless. I can't use the one that matters. Technically, I should have taken discipline, as it may theoretically have an impact, but I just, honestly, what's bother. And now we get the one we care about that we can't use. We needed it to be the inverse order from last time. Shame. Never mind, that'll do for our full size. So the flamers seem to cap out a unit size 4, or maybe I'm just a bit unlucky, and then not pike and shot get up to 5 with long rifles. Is that more effective than a max ranked cannon? Cannons do 1 to 3 shots, but then +1, and you get to reroll 1. So an average of like, it'll be 2 plus 1 is 3, and then the reroll 1, 3 point something hits on average. These are what, skill 4, so hitting on 3s, usually rerolling 1s, about the same number of hits, and then the cannon is a bit stronger. So it's pretty equal between the two. These have more wounds than a cannon. Flamers are just amazing at killing infantry. There's nothing really comparable. You can see the previous demons run I did with fire devils to see the upper limit of what a flamethrower unit can do. They'll just win a campaign single-handedly for you, were you so inclined. Propane and Seer Masters. This number of slingers is actually quite intimidating when you get up to unit sizes of this scale. There's not much the enemy can do. Really, it only functions because of the incredible magic support, but they can just pepper things to death with insane numbers of dice. Yeah, the long rifles will do their job. Okay, have a good gunfight into the Act 3 final boss. World's Hope. So it's the annoying one. The goody version of the final boss is harder because they do have a lot of shooting. We are going to get hit quite a bit. I'll use Shroud immediately in that case, as it makes us considerably more resilient. There will be some fast stuff moving towards us. I think the play is just to pack ourselves into a corner and kill everything. We can shoot over this, so it's not blocking, which is nice. And then how do we handle this? I don't really want the long rifles to be there without a tank unit, just to kind of take damage for us. So you take hits, and then you hide there. And then how do I handle this? Almost got too large an army now. You can distract things over the side. Just keep everything over there distracted. Slingers to take, just endure things for you. They're kind of less important, the long rifles. There will be something big to shoot over here, so I'll have you on this side. And then you're ready to start killing things. That the infantry blocks will be kind of centralized, so the flamers are there to deal with them. Something like this will do, I guess. Right, so enemy shooting is here, rangers, and here, more rangers. Their artillery is irrelevant, they won't reach us, so just those two. And they'll target stuff that's too difficult for them to deal with. I think I'll do this immediately, as I can deal with them before I shoot. How many spells? That's not a spell, it's a potion of power, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's clipping into the UI. Nice. Shroud immediately. We're all invisible, sneaky rats. Don't really care what they do, or just skip. I immediately lose a slinger. This is the worst possible start imaginable. Out of range. In that case, I'd like to wait for the dragon to come forward before I start firing into it, as I need that dead in the turn. It will come forward and breathe fire onto the slingers, which I can't stop. As that's going to happen, though, I should probably wise up and shoot them before it flies in to do at least what damage I can whilst I can. The ones that are going to die from flaming barrage get an opportunity to participate before, you know, the torrent arrives. Their infantry is of no concern. Right, I now have to start making choices. Slingers again, I suppose. Just keeping the Triceratops. 1 extra wound would be nice, as we do damage in multiples of 2. Alright, okay. I have to get 2 wounds through. And there's into the good target. We can't roll 4 up, sadly, though, so we're losing slingers quite quickly. I hit the... I don't think I can hit those, but maybe I can hit the Tyrannosaur. I can. Perfectly valid target for an anti-elite unit. Most of the way through that already. 1 more wound and it's done. Need you to move this. Let me get... It's going to be... I bet you my left arm, they're going to move the dragon as the very last thing. Shall I just suck it up and fire both long rifle teams into it and hope I pick it off then? I could try and get into close range. I think it's relatively safe. The treant will come forward. To be close range, I'd have to be there. Is that far enough away for me to feel safe from this stomping forward? I think we're okay. 3+. Okay, that's a decent start. I think we're, yeah, over halfway. Don't get their rangers going the wrong way. That's excellent. And this unit, if you can finish it, should be safe to hide in the corner here and fire at short distance. Just need 2 to go through. That's more than good enough. Good. All right. This is perfect positioning, so they've got their big scary monsters in front of the anti-monster units. Here, I need to start spreading out this way. The riders are going to be annoying. I can easily kill that in time. And then once these are dead, I can start directing to those. I think I can use John and Greater Ruin to cripple their chances. The Flamers, thinking long-term about their positioning, need to start dealing with some of these units. Are they the flying one? No, the flying one's there. It's a bit of a shame. I would have liked them to come over here and start killing rangers, but they're not going to manage it. Whichever one I leave in front here is destined to get hit by the rangers next turn, so that's going to suck quite badly. I need to get something back in front. I can't save and shot really from being hit here. I'm just stuck behind my guys. This unit needed grafted wings quite badly. Not going to hit anything. Monster is out. Good, we're safe. You want to start coming this way to help out later. Again, the short range here means no valid targets, but we can fix that at a later date. I'll just wait here and then something will present itself momentarily. I can hop over the wall maybe. So that'll be dead next, that'll be dead next. Really, it's this and this that are the headaches. Okay, what I should do, really, is just throw the slingers forward and just act as the tank. There you go, to make sure it's right into everything's charge range, but prevents them from targeting something more annoying. In fact, I'll come further this way. Far enough away to be safe from the deep guard, but surely enough to intercept things. How do I want to do this? Do you think I can get really lucky and pick Triceratops, or just start killing rangers now while I have the chance? The long rifles are going to fire into this regardless, unless I get super lucky, so I should fire into these. I need those. Please stop killing them. Don't particularly care about that yet. That's easy to out-counter. Dead. That'll be next. I want a bit of wiggle room to escape with this if I want to. I guess I could just rush forward. Let's just go this way. Give us some options. If I was going to escape, it'd be that way and kind of limp around a bit. Now we'll pass. Anything's there out of range, which is okay. I do need to start killing these. I have to kind of hit the Triceratops a bit. That's annoying. Can I come this way and catch it? Oh no. I think I'm trapped by my own unit. I'd have to move this one first. Oh, this is irritating. Well, if I can kill the Triceratops with this one instead, that won't matter. But in order for that to work, I need to see where the treant goes to outposition it. So I should use something else first. Can I reach out? Just fine, whatever. It's a terrible attack, but might get lucky. Fine, I need one more. They've chosen not to shoot anything. That's a terrible move as far as I'm concerned. This can probably reach deep guard now. Yes, and there's no way anything's going to catch us, so just start cooking. As we can fly, we have a little bit more maneuver room here. Fly is so powerful, it's great. Still moving their worthless infantry. Okay, we'll do this. Start moving our way around. Either they come after us, at which point we just keep long rifling them, or they ignore us and we flank them. To win either way. Now, options here. Interesting question. Plague is -1 skill and slows them down. Target units loses D3 wounds but gains attack. Nah. Yeah, plaguing one of these isn't a bad move. Who do I want to make sick and slower? We're skill 4, they're skill 3, so that won't matter. I could slow down the treant. That would make outpositioning it a bit easier. Okay, now what? What have they got left? This and this are just the units I care about. Now I'm going to have to waste this one's turn effectively because I need to see where this winds up. I don't think the treant moves dead last, but if it does, that's a tad annoying. Think I can catch those to get a shot into them? Yes. It's one of the toughest units in the game, disappearing rather quickly. Okay, it does move last. In that case, I have to assume the Treant is going to attack us there. Should I just put all the damage into that and let these fight that directly? I could flee the slingers and just shoot it to death anyway. Let's do this, as it's easy to angle a shot into the Treant this way. Oh, it's only got one shot left. That's annoying. Okay, well, I'd much rather kill it than prevent the slingers from being shot, so gun it down. And it's dead. Be next in a second. Will be charged. Oh no, what will I do? Should I just kill it? I could just charge, use greater ruin and run through it, no problem. Yeah, and it saves my shooting. I can then just assume it's dead and let anything else kill. I could flank the deep guard with the flamers because they fly over the chasm. How amusing. Probably not. It's a brave move, but not necessarily the best one available. Okay, I'll do this now. Good, they've made a terrible mistake and have just given us the flank for free. I thought that would happen. We'll get shot once by the rangers, so be it. And spells. Yeah, greater ruin. Congrats, your defense 4. Alright, now who am I going to kill? Kind of running out of space. This will be charged, but I may as well start stripping it of some HP now. Well, the Dryads wouldn't be a bad choice either, as they're also double wounds, so they're an effective target for this. Yeah. Start picking through Dryads. Also quite tough, so this is going to take a while. You're still the flamethrower target predominantly. They'll come about, which is annoying. They might shoot me. Whatever. Halfway there. Maybe finish them this turn. Don't even know what moved on that occasion. Slingers. Dryads, I suppose. Or not. Not a brilliant choice. Deep guard gone. Now I would love to fly over here and just stick them there to get them after the rangers quickly. The problem is that I'm in front of the Inferno cannon. I might be able to shoot it to death though. But I can't, as the Dryads would then just turn and kill me. I need to kind of outfox them first. 2 1s, we can tank it. It's fine. Here. Now what can I hit? Really just Dryads. I guess we may as well move into short range. All hits. Start. I'll actually move further this way as it gets us further away from the rangers later. Where on earth are you going, poor Dryads? I'm not putting any damage into the Raptor Riders as it won't make any difference. Killing these is useful for later. Alright, can we overwhelm a 2-wound Triceratops? To reroll its hits. I take a single casualty. And it's dead. I only did 2 wounds, but that's good enough. It rolled 10 of 12 4+ saves. That is outrageous rolling. We are in Inferno cannon range, so we kind of want to move out of the way quickly there. Intercept and murder. Everyone else is happy for now. So as a priority, we'll do this first. Move here, get out of cannon range. Target the rangers as a priority. Quite unlucky for them. Alright, now if I can kill that, would be rather convenient as it makes it get in here and start murdering things. But the rangers are still more of a threat. Not that there's that many of them left, it turns out. Slingers could probably win that single-handedly now. I'll put more damage output into these. They're still good at targets as any. They'll come toward... They might shoot at this unit, which would be quite annoying. So what I'll do is I'll try and hide them in the shadow of our allies so they can't clip us. May give us odds of escaping here. They haven't moved that yet, which is a tad irritating. I can't presume it's going to not move this way, so I can't fly in. So let's shoot the cannon. Might get lucky and one-shot it. Yes, very good. We have more of an avenue to fly over the wall now. Okay, I've got many more units than them, so I can actually activate, see where they move, and then hop over. Spells, no brainer. Greater Ruin, enjoy defense 2, and then reroll. Now I know I'm safe. I can do this unchallenged. Whoosh. Ranger elimination. We can finish those before they activate, I'm pretty certain. No one else is going to get anywhere useful to help. Yeah, they're out of range. Rather packed into a corner here. I'll move the flamers around this way as we inevitably start DPSing all of this stuff later. Crickets. Ah, oh, doesn't hit even with a reroll. John Don does a fair bit better. Sadly, we will get hit in the side here once we're done with this. It's probably better just to run away. Maybe they can't see us? Fairly certain they have line of sight. It's going to be close. Maybe I lucked out. Let's see. They can't see me. Excellent. Rather fortunate. Okay, this first. Don't want them shooting my flamers and getting free kills for no reason. Because we can fly, we can just go through this. Back off here. That's far enough away to be safe from any of this stuff. Right, the long rifle should be targeting either the Dryads or the Bruisers. Actually, I say that. There's a unit of Raptor Riders right there. That'd be an excellent target. Ow. Oh, this is going to hurt. That's quite a few ones. If I can kind of squeeze it, I might try charging the Rangers to pick them off. Kind of assassinate them in the middle of their army. Riders are not long for this world. Don't know what your plan is, but it's not likely to come to fruition. But if I move this way and then just turn around exactly, so I can easily reach them, and I'm beyond the charge radius of all of their stuff. Yes, we're safe. Go smash into the Rangers. For our spells, just 1,000 mouths. Throw it out. They're pretty low defense, so this will hurt them quite a bit. I have the Banner of Mist, but when I'm rolling d6s, that doesn't really matter too much. They'll rally. It doesn't make much of a difference. If you want to come down here and start chewing through bruiser wounds. Oh, there's 18 wounds of bruiser there, so this might take a bit. That being said, I just did 4, so maybe not. Flamers can help. Let's just continue to DPS. Everything gets a 2-up save against our piddly little slingers. It won't help. See how much damage that the Elven Rangers have done turn after turn. I defense 6 and have 10 wounds, but if they targeted anything else, it would actually do a lot of nasty chip damage to our weapon teams. Alright, they're getting a bit close for my liking, so let's move this first, shoot and then get out of the way, thereby creating space for the long rifles to back off. Alright, we just did 7 wounds, doesn't need to be too difficult. And we were not caught, excellent. They've moved already and sort of wasted it. The end of the riders. Pop pop. So they shot the mount or the one on top? Or all of the above. No need to be picky. Oh, there's only one Dryad left. Not to worry, we will reunite you with your king. Yeah, enjoy your kin. Everything's already moved, so we're free to just fly over here and be a pest. Spells, what do we want? Probably Greater Fury for the rerolls. It's more consistent than anything else. Or we could give ourselves an extra attack, but then doesn't this do... Rerolling attacks is worth more than +1 extra one, so that's better. We also don't injure ourselves. And then just slingers. There's not a whole lot to do. Form in there with your name, will you? How does this go? Ricket is contributing in combat now. What a hero. There's the reroll kicking in. Choo choo. Run over. Take another 2 wounds, but still alive. And they hold. Okay, they might chip me out and eventually win here. They've got a couple of wounds left. First things first, that is still the best move overall, as it applies to both of them, which is convenient. Well, I'd love to kill this. I'm not going to be there in a second, so I'm willing to be brazen and stand here shooting at them. Already dead. Wasn't hard. And do you think I can roast through this entire unit in a round? Probably. They are tough. Well, their defense, so they're only defense 4, because they're the great weapon version of veterans rather than the shield, so surprisingly vulnerable to these sort of attacks. This is going to be easier than I suspected. How does this mathematically work? So it's rolling against the defense of the unit, which is 1 wound, and then he has 3 wounds. So there's 4 in total here. We land 2 hits, so we do 4 wounds. So bizarrely, that would be enough to... It kills him. Obviously, 1 will go through and kill the character, and then the one that goes through and him should have done 2 wounds, leaving him with 1. But he wound up with only taking 1 wound. So what must have happened is it must have calculated that the unit was all single entities with 1 wound, so he took 1 and then he took 1. So he got saved from a bit of damage there. That's how SOVL handles characters in units. You're hitting the unit, not the character. Dead, and it really just comes down to a question of if Ricket can pull through here. I believe. Kills another 2, so if he goes down, he's making them pay for it. We took 2 wounds, we're still alive on 1 wound, and then they ran, so there's no chance of us dying. We have prevailed. Gnawing Hunger. Complete the difficulty with the Ratkin Warlock, yep. Ricket, the rampager there. The wonderful Warlock of Woe, who knows all the spells. And despite knowing all the spells, just really likes hitting things. God, yeah, nice run. Lots of enemies killed, not surprising. MVP, you've got to assume it's got to be one of the flaming units in kills, wouldn't you? 205, yep. Not Icon Shot doing quite nicely as well. I don't know why this one's so much higher. Maybe got its unit size first. There you go, Seer Masters, one of the original. I'm guessing that's the first Flamer team. 263. The Slingers actually outperformed the Long Rifles. Curious. But they did ultimately take it. The Seer Masters did well. Good. That's the campaign complete. So if we have a look, get your little reward for finishing, which is the alternative model there. Ooh, purple. Right, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, please do consider liking and subscribing. It does, of course, help out the channel directly in kind of sharing the videos around. But more importantly, it's our SOVL marketing mechanism. The more we can share it on the YouTube landing page, the more people can get hooked, which is excellent. I do hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for all your support. I'll see you next time.